Hey guys, so this is our quick little Zeus update. They've dropped the trailer for the Baddies Midwest and Baddies Gone Wild auditions. It looks like the same old Baddies auditions mess. Of course, we have 1,000,001 judges and hosts. We have Natalie, Asian Doll, Cash Doll, Dream Doll, Scotty, Roly, Biggie, Anna Mac, Tasiki, Mariah Lynn, Jayla, Sapphire, Meatball, Tinkerbella, and then hosting we have Janisha, Bobby, and New York. I'm excited to see New York, and I'm interested that Janisha is back to host. And we definitely don't need all these people to come to the auditions. We can have the 3 hosts and we could have Natalie with the 2 celebrity guests, but all these extra baddies in that first room is ridiculous. We really only needed Scotty, Roly, and Tasiki. And we definitely didn't need Meatball and Tinkerbella. They're still new. And they're beefing, so I don't want to see them beefing on the auditions. That's not what I'm here to see. So this right here is the line that they have for Baddies Gone Wild and Baddies Midwest. And they combined it. Okay, and lastly, I saw this post going around asking who should host the Baddies Caribbean reunion. The worst options here are definitely Bobby, Althoff, and Lotto. I feel like they're both too boring and they're not going to get to the tea for real. All of the other options here have potential, but my top 3 out of the people here that I would like to see is Cardi, Lucci V, also known as Erica from Bad Girls Club season 9, and then my last pick would be Tia, Tokyo, and Carlissa hosting it together. Even though I already know how chaotic that would be. And honestly, Carisha is not a bad option. Y'all know I don't like that girl. But Carisha Please is a good podcast. And she asks like juicy questions on her podcast. And she gets to the tea. So that could be good too. And then I'll just give a 5th pick to round it off. And I'll pick one of like the older ladies on the pick. So like between New York, Tammy, Tamar, and Spice, I would pick Tammy, honestly. So moving on to Joseline's Cabaret. This is Natalie writing on Instagram yesterday. Another thing, Bad Boys is actually a bigger show than Joseline. I did her a favor because really Bad Boys should be up next. That's interesting because I was just thinking like what happened to Bad Boys? But anyway, as you can see, Joseline's Cabaret is coming back. It's premiering September 8th, so that's next Sunday. This is Joseline on live with a couple of the new girls. We don't have their names or anything, but this is just a couple of the new faces that we'll have this season. And as far as returning cast members, we have Andrea, aka Voodoo Girl, Danny, Raven and Diamond, and Wet Wet. So I'm about to watch the trailer and just tell you guys what I see going on because I'm sure I can't insert any clips. So it's Joseline's Cabaret, Texas. They're going to Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and then Cancun, Mexico. This season definitely looks like Joseline's Cabaret is kind of turning into Baddies. Now that's TV vibes. It looks like a lot of fights. And on that live that I showed y'all that she did with some of the new faces, they estimated that they had about 100 fights this season. There was some point in the trailer where some girl was getting whooped on naked, tossed all around the backyard. And Joseline is definitely giving these girls something to fight for. There's a $50,000 grand prize on the line this time. And she basically told Ballistic that she wants it to be 6 or 7 girls left at the end. So she's going to be eliminating like 6 girls in a row, night after night. So it's really going to be fierce competition. I don't know who Voodoo Doll thinks she is this season, but she's telling the new girls that they need to respect her and the other OGs. And she's not demanding the respect. She's commanding it. They was like, girl, bye. Ain't nobody scared of you. Ricardo, the choreographer, is back. We see Wet Wet pulling out Paris and London on people, arguing with them. The girls and Joseline will be attacking Wet Wet because she has no loyalty and she went to audition for Baddies. And then we're going to see a solo scene between Wet Wet and Joseline at some point where Wet Wet is going to like hit Joseline with a paper and Joseline is going to slap her. And Raven, you came back after Joseline chokeslammed you and then you talking about some I'm not fighting this girl when she was walking towards you telling the security to get her. It looked like the security still let her get you. Like, why you think somebody care about you? Joseline chokeslammed you, girl. Now, I can't lie. I'm excited for this, and it definitely looks better than Baddies. But I know how Zeus is, because when we saw the Baddies Caribbean trailer, we were excited for that. And this season has turned out to be pretty lackluster as well. So we'll just have to see, but I will be here to review it starting next Sunday, September 8th.